And three, two, one. What's going on, everybody? My name is Zord, and this is my homie Ryuji. We
How's it
are
going?
we are going to be doing a trailer reviews of games, anime, movies, and today we figured we'd start out with Logan, which looks to be
Well,
fucking fantastic.
I am pretty hyped for this because it took. We discussed this earlier. It took huge Jackman to really. It took him a really long time for him to come into his own as Logan, and for us to accept him. Now that he's finally gotten to that point, I think this is probably his. What's the word? Magnum opus.
I agree. I agree. This is probably going to be one of the best Logan movies he's going to make because honestly, it looks our Wolverine roles that he's going to play because it looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, he is old man Logan at this point. His healing powers are pretty much gone. He's dying more or less. I mean, he's almost 300 years old probably at this point, and you
Very
know,
much.
you got Professor X up in here, and X is in his 90s, as he says at the end of the trailer, which probably is a great line, by the way. 2 days, no rest. 2 days driving. I don't know. You'll see it at the end of the trailer.
Yeah, they'll hear it.
Yep. But the trailer starts out with Laura Kinney. By the way, if you guys don't know who Laura Kinney is, she's X-23, and she is technically a clone of Wolverine. But since they couldn't make a male clone of Wolverine, what Sarah Kinney, Laura Kinney's mother, did is took Logan's DNA and mixed it with a little bit of hers and made Laura female, which created the first successful clone. And
Bas-
go
So
ahead.
base, so basically, X-23 is kind of like we're kind of getting like a Superman, Lex Luthor, Superboy here.
Yeah, more or less, kind of like a Superboy. Basically, yeah, that is actually the best um, comparison right there.
Or does that not count anymore with
With you cut out.
does that not count anymore with the New 52 continuity?
Well, at the end of the original continuity, Connor Kent, which is Connell, Superboy, he died, and the current new Superboy is Jonathan Kent, which is Lois and Clark's son. So it
Ah,
doesn't really, it guess it does count because it's still there. But we're veering off. We're completely veering off. We're talking about DC when we should be talking about Marvel. And
bring
this
it back,
bring
bring it
it
back.
back, bring it back, bring it back. Anyways, so she is technically his clone, but also she is technically his daughter because there is other DNA in there. So I mean, she kind of qualifies as a daughter, but clone, and she's just as vicious.
Oh yeah, she goes for people's throats.
Oh yeah, and I don't even know where we'd be in the trailer at this point. We're not actually watching the trailer as we do this. Um, but you have these epic scenes like the handcuff scene where she walks out and drops it down in front of the guy, and he's like, "No, no,
Starts
no."
backing away.
He knows he is fucked.
Oh yeah,
And what I do appreciate is that this is going to be an R-rated movie, so there's cursing in it. Now I hope that with the cursing in it, they don't go like Deadpool cursing. I hope the cursing is using sparingly. It's not every other word. This, fuck that, this. No, no, no. I want
no cursing for cursing's sake.
exactly, exactly. I want the cursing to be um limited. Yeah, no cursing for cursing's sake. I don't even know why I said all that after he said that. That was perfectly what I needed to say.
Like if a situation's going south, it'd be like, this situation's fucked, man.
That's
Or
perfect.
just something simple like that. You don't have to be colorful with curse commentary.
Exactly. And it looks good. Both trailers, by the way, they're only doing two trailers from what I understand. They did the original one with "Hurt" by Johnny Cash, and then this one. I don't know what the song is in this one, but it does the mood right. It is a little bit more action-packed song instead of a very, slow and somber song like Hurt was. And that's honestly, like, one of the best covers I've ever heard anybody do in my life.
Hey, if you're gonna set the tone for something that's really, really, I don't know, I guess the word pressing, that song is the one to go for.
Absolutely.
That'll set the tone real quick.
And we also have, and it's like a trio film because you have Professor X there too, but it focuses mainly on Laura, and from what we've seen, it focuses mainly on Laura and Logan's relationship.
Right.
And I love the fact that she in the trailer is covered in blood at some points, which is good because if you're gonna put X-23 in there, she needs to be covered in blood at some points. She is
Girl
not...
is, no matter what continuity you have her in, the girl goes psycho plenty of occasion. The Berserker rage is strong with this one.
Yes. And I hope they have a point in the movie where they both embrace the Berserker rage and just fucking slaughter everybody. I want a scene where they're both covered head to toe in blood and chunks are dripping off their claws, okay? It would be perfect.
Just walk into a hallway in blender mode, set everything on puree.
Exactly. And I do appreciate the fact that at the end of the trailer, which you guys should have seen or should see here in a minute, they're sitting in the car. Logan is covered in blood on his chest, and she's sitting there with her knuckles covered in blood and with pretty pink sunglasses on.
It's another day in the office.
and it's one of those moments that, even though she is a like, almost sociopathic murderer, because that's the way she was raised, she's still a girl.
Yep.
She's still an 11-year-old little girl that, needs somebody to guide her in life.
She still like girly things.
Yep.
She will totally rip
out your throat. Exactly. But I do enjoy the fact that at the beginning of the trailer, she's like eating Pringles and Skittles and puts the sunglasses on, and the guy's drinking some sort of drink, and the guy comes around, you're supposed to pay for that, and she's like, wham! And he comes in, not good! And then he steals cigars and a charger. It's like, yeah, good job.
It's grade A parenting. Right there.
But I am very glad that they kept the whole cigar thing in with Logan,
That's what he does.
He does indeed. So, all right. Well, do you want to add anything about it, Tig? What are you excited about? What do you hope out of it?
Well, it took a while for them for Fox to take the X-Men franchise, any of the X-Men characters, and put Deadpool was probably that last push that they needed to know that it was okay for them to do it. Now that they've gotten that push, I'm hoping that, like we discussed earlier, it's not just going to have that R rating just because it's to bring in the seats. Like, it's got to earn it in my. And from what we've seen so far in both the trailers that's been released, it looks like that it's going to handle things pretty mature manner. It's going to allow for storytelling, allow for character development, which I'm all for. We could be seeing, unless the future says otherwise, we could be seeing best/last performance of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
And honestly, I hope it's not his last. I hope he does break and finally do the Wolverine Deadpool movie.
Oh, I'm really hoping for that too. And
I don't want old man Logan. I want young Wolverine. I want the angry, annoyed asshole that, just gets so angry with Wade that he punches him randomly,
We gotta have Deadpool, we gotta have Wolverine, and through some flash of bright light, Cable shows up out of nowhere.
Exactly. So, ending notes for me. Honestly, the trailer looks fantastic. Both trailers have been fantastic. The movie, I have high hopes for it, and that's scary nowadays to have high hopes for a trailer and for a movie based on trailers. But they have done well with not feeding very much information about the movie, or at least I haven't looked for information about the movie. So I am excited to
They're
see what
they're pretty
happens.
they're pretty tight-lipped about it, and that's very respectable. There's
That's
a lot of trailers these days.
they just shit everything out and expect you to watch the garbage that you watch in the trailers,
They show
and that's
you
sad.
right. They show you the main bad guy. They show you all the big highlight scenes, and at the end of it all, you're like, "What's the reason for watching it anymore? You showed me everything."
Right, and in this one, they haven't really showed you anything. They've showed you enough to go, I want to watch this.
Right.
So, all right, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe button. Check out the description. Tony is a fantastic artist. You guys go and check out his. What are they checking out, Tony?
Well, I guess they could follow me on DeviantArt if they have access to such a thing.
Check him out on DeviantArt. His link will be in the description. Thank you guys very much, and we'll see you on the next one.
Mm.